Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another Rocket League Market Watch Monday. If you haven't seen Market Watch Mondays before, it's basically I go over items on the PS4 because that's where I do most of my trading. I do trading on the Switch as well, but there's not really that concrete website for prices on the Switch. I mean, there's some websites that have prices, but they're so jumbled up and all over the place. So I use RL Insider, and I'm going off PS4 prices because that's large majority of people do play on PS4. Of course, they got PC prices on here too, but I don't play on the PC, so I don't cover that. Sorry, but yeah, I go over items, and I'll give you my opinion on if you should sell them, if you should hold them, if you should maybe pick something up. And every Market Watch always has a theme, and this week's theme I thought I'd go over like the hottest trending items in the game currently, and kind of give my opinions on that. So let's get started. Right off the bat, Dissolver, great one to keep, great one to have right now. Let's just go back here 3 months. We'll show it. Of course, that's peaked back then, but we're just going for the Salty Shores update. It brought 2 new black market decals, the Streamline and the Fire God. Both of them didn't really have too much hype behind it, so it didn't really knock Dissolver's price down. And what usually being an older black market decal, the price usually dips down, but since there wasn't too much hype around the new ones, Dissolver pretty much got to keep its price, just kind of stayed steady where it was at. So actually it's been on the rise a little bit, which is really cool. I got one on the Switch. It's really not for trade. I love Dissolver too much. If you have one in your inventory, I would definitely advise to keep it. I mean, currently sitting at 45 to 46 keys, and I mean that's cool to see. From 2 crates ago, black market that's keeping its value, plus even going up a little bit. That is cool to see. So if you have Dissolver and you're wondering, should I get rid of it? Should I keep it? I'd say keep it, unless you really need the keys. Then you'll get a solid at least 45 keys for it. It is still the top mystery decal that people want right now. So yeah, that's just something I would keep personally. It's gonna keep its value for a little while longer. I mean, I'm already talking about new crates, but like new mystery decals, something that will really get the community kind of riled up over it. Then maybe Dissolver will start to go down in price, but we'll have to see about that. Stupid pop-ups, you can go away. Another one, Heatwave, I want to talk about real quick. It's always a fan favorite. Everybody loves it. It's kind of doing this, a little up and down kind of thing, but for the most part, it's 14 to 15 keys, maybe 15 to 16. So 14 to 16 keys in that range. Heatwave just can do what it wants. It's not going to really drop too far because people love it too much. So its value is never going to decrease, exponentially. So it's cool to see with Heatwave. White Apex, pretty much Apex in general. I did cover this last week when they were tanking because of the RLCS championships. They were being dropped over the weekend, and the price pretty much tanked. I mean, look at this. It was 375 to 400. Currently, it's 270 to 285. This dropped over 115 keys in value. That is nuts. But don't panic. The price will go back up. I didn't hear anything. If you did, let me know down in the comments. But I didn't hear anything about them bringing Apex back into the RLCS fan reward drops. I didn't hear anything about that. I know it's done because the championships just ended just the past weekend. Actually, technically 2 weekends ago. But I didn't hear anything about that. So as long as they don't bring them back, they should stay retired, and the prices will continue to go back up. I mean, they only plunged because of the championships, and I didn't know that at the time. I did not know they were being redropped, so I thought they peaked. Turns out they didn't. That was my fault. I didn't know about that, but just thought I'd let you guys know. That pretty much goes the same for any Apex wheels. Just real quick, check them out. So look at, black one. Look at, they all dropped. Every single one of them dropped. Crimson, gray, black, pink. There's not one that even look at that. They're all still kind of dropping. Don't worry about them if you have them and you do plan to keep them. That's fine. Keep them. You don't need to panic right now. Sure, it looks bad. They'll go back up. They'll go back up. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. But if you can, now is a great time to pick them up, actually. Anything you can. If you can somehow work out a trade for White Apex, do it. It will be better in the long run. You will make a lot of keys. Again, sure, 270 to 285 in value is very expensive. But if you can pick up Painted Apex, any of them, they're all going to go back up. They will. Okay, so don't worry about that. Let's go to Fire God, the other decal. One of the two newer mystery decals. Pretty much just kind of on the decline. Yeah, like there wasn't, like I said earlier with Dissolve, there wasn't a lot of hype around it. I mean, people are like, okay, you know, it was cool, it looks nice, but it's just been dropping. I mean, currently, what is it, 32 to 40. This thing will probably hit 30, not, you know, in the, you know, pretty decent future, in the decent, whatever. In the very near future, it will hit 30. Then it might hover between like the 28 to 30 for a little bit, and then, yeah, we'll see what happens with that, but you know, it's just another version of Fire God. Fire God is another version of Heatwave, so it's nothing that like stands out by itself. I mean, if you want a Fire God, you can get a cheaper version of it in Heatwave for 14 to 15 right now, so there's always that option. White Zombas are pretty much, they're flatlining, not flatlining, but they're evening out. That's what I was trying to go for. 90 to 105. Covered this the past couple weeks. Cool to see. Very cool to see. So, yeah, if you were worried a few weeks ago about White Zombas, you don't got to worry about them right now. They're back to, you know, 100. That's what people are pretty much asking for. So that's cool to see. Streamline, the other one, same thing as Fire God, has been going down. It is a nice, clean mystery decal. I do like it, but when people generally think of mystery decals, they want something that's going to, you know, shine and pop and really get people to notice. Streamline is just kind of quick lines over the car, quick lines over. I mean, it looks nice. It does. I'm not bashing it. It's a nice decal, but most people are like, I want something that's going to really stand out. Streamline doesn't do that for a lot of people, and I guess that's a big reason why it's going down. Sure, there's more and more crates that get opened as well, and there's more people that pull it, but it never really had too big of a hype, you know, train behind it, so it didn't get pushed anywhere. White Dracos are, who knows what's going on with White Dracos. They're kind of going up a little bit, but they're still kind of hovering between the 38 to 43 key range. So if you're thinking about picking up White Dracos for, you know, future investment, I'd say pass on it. Maybe they can bump up to 45, but I mean, unless you can really if you can pick them up for 38 or less, then go for it, yeah. But, you know, if you're going to pick them up for 40 and hopefully they jump to 50 or something, you're wishing for a little much there. Another mystery decal, of course, trending last 24 hours. Bunch of mystery decals. 20XX is hovering around the 9 to 10, which is cool. But, you know, mystery decals holding value is, and goal explosions for that matter, is actually kind of rare. A lot of them don't really hold value. Look at this. Chameleon actually dropped. I did cover this last week. Or was it 2 weeks ago? Where I did say it was going to drop to 20. It'll probably stick around that 20 for, you know, a few more weeks, and then it could continue to drop. So if you have Chameleon, I'd try to sell it right now for as many keys as you can. 21, maybe 22 keys. But it's not going to go back up. So get what you can right now out of it. If you're not too attached to it, sell it. Otherwise, it's going to just keep dropping. Just keep dropping. Going back. What else we got? Don't need to go over the crate. Hex is flatlining 4 to 5. I keep saying flatlining. It's evening out. Stormwatch 8 to 9. Parallax is actually a weird one. Parallax has gone up, and Parallax has been out for a long time. And this, I mean, Parallax kind of does its own thing. It just goes up and down. I mean, look at the price trend. Just up, even, up, back down, evens out. You know, it's 6 to 7. It seems to be what it peaks at. So take the past. It's just gonna keep going. It's gonna drop down to like 4 to 5, right? 5 to 6 maybe. So I mean, now's a good time. People are hyped up on Parallax, so if you want to get 7 keys for it, go sell it, and then yeah, it'll drop down to like 5 keys again. It's just what it does. Just what it does. But let's see, what else do we got? Do I need to go over anything else specific? Okay, real quick, the Leviathan, the new, I guess the animated decal from the new the summer, was the summer? The Salty Shores, whatever the new summer crate is. 3 to 4. Again, it's going to drop to 1 to 2 real quick. Not really value in it. No value at all. White Twinsler's interesting. Yes, of course, you can see the price trend's been going down. I do have one. Actually, I have 2 of these. And if they ever do decide to update this, you know, the paint where you can paint over the wheel wells above it, you know, and the front and back wheels, if that ever gets an update, I think that could really help its value. But I mean, it's essentially just another Octane, and people love the Octane, right? I mean, the white Octane is still 60 to 65. That's been kind of doing its own thing for quite a while now. 60 to 65. Go away, you stupid pop-ups. But I mean, that's cool to see that Octane's at least holding its value. I do think it's getting ready to have a bit of a, you know, a spike in price, maybe another 5-10 keys or something like that. I think that could happen pretty soon, just based on past activity in the history of white Octane prices. If that goes up, the Twinser might be going down, but if this continues to stay kind of where it is, and more people start to kind of move towards the white Twinser, I don't know, the Octane could drop a little bit. It's just something to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on. I still think there's definite value, value in the Twinser vehicles, especially the white one. There's definitely value. It still has that chance to peak. It does. Just got to keep an eye on. I already went over that. Beach Ball, the new exotic goal explosion, 5 to 7. That's gonna drop to not value in it. Goal explosions don't keep value except if you're dueling dragons. But let's see. Let me go over one thing for the PS4 that I would say if you can invest in it right now, because I think it'd be a great time. And it's those trade-up wheels. Trade-up wheels. Where are you at? Down here somewhere. Oh, here they are. Trade-up wheels. So, black dice, these are pretty cool. We all know they got the most value for the trade-up wheels, 13 to 15. The black Velocities are 8 to 10. They've been kind of doing their own thing, but 8 to 10 is pretty much where they're at. Vortex, I did cover that a little bit ago, but I did say the white ones, I think. But people are starting to gravitate towards the black wheels more, so Sunburst and Tunica are things that could go up, you know, another key or so in value, but something I think for sure to keep an eye out for would be the Sterns. I've seen people ask like ridiculous things for these, and they haven't even like done anything yet. Like just comparing it to the PC, like okay, they're 1 to 2 on PS4. And sure, I get the PC and the PS4 trading communities are totally different. I get that, but PlayStation 4 community does somewhat resemble the PC in a way. Something that happens in the PC community, PS4 starts to adopt a little later on. So I mean, look at it. Sterns right now, they're 6 to 8. I mean, they've been there for, let's see, a while. I'm gonna guess. I mean, look at that flat line. Look at that. Oh wow, 3+ months. They've been 6 to 8. So black Stern is something to keep an eye on. I think right now, pick it up for 1 key. Pick up a bunch of them for 1 key, and then you got potential profit. You do. But right now, it's kind of like the slow time for stuff. So I mean, you can pick up stuff for cheap right now, and then, you know, once the new RLCS seasons and that kind of start up, people will start trying to collect again, and values will start to go up. So yeah, black Stern, that's what I got for the PS4 at least. That's one thing to keep in mind. Go back to the PS4, please. Thank you. But I guess that is all I got for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. You know, just kind of went over a few of the hottest trending items in the game and what to do with them. Dissolver's a great one to go after right now. It's holding its value. It's the top goal exploder. It's the top Mr. Decal, so it's something to think about. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one as usual, and if you did, you know, let me know. Thumbs up, give me a comment down below or something. But yeah, that's it for this one, and hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.